everybody, welcome back to Hypixel Skyblock, and today I am going to be talking about another money-making method that can make you quite a bit of money per hour. And before I get into this money-making method, please leave a like down below and subscribe. We hit 25 subscribers today as of recording this video, which I will be doing the Q&A at some point in the near future, and I also got Shadow Assassin armor, so that's good too. But hopefully y'all do subscribe. It would really make my day, and I also like seeing the comments saying I subscribed and all that stuff. So let's get into this money-making method. So the method I'm going to be talking about today is zealot grinding. Now, I don't know if you have heard of this. I'm assuming most of the people who watch my videos have heard of zealot grinding, so this is really nothing new. But I want to say this really quickly. This is about, I believe, a 2-year-old method at this point. The End Island has been around for 2 years. With its new edition happening in June. But I'm going to say this really right now. Summoning eyes are a good grinding meta. This is a video all about grinding zealots. So basically, if you are in the End Island and you just run around and tap these monsters, if you wanted to really do this proficiently, you could jump End Islands, but we're on a very time-limited schedule. I'm just going to jump to a different lobby since I believe this one is heavily contested. But basically, if you want to run around the end and tap zealot, so basically what you need to do is to get to one-tapping zealot territory, you need to be able to get 13,000 damage. And with my how to spend your first 1 million coins video, that should be no problem. You should be near the one-tapping zealot territory within the first couple of days of gameplay. It used to take months. Now it literally takes just it takes a matter of days. And look at me, I'm already dealing 113k to a zealot, which is really good. So if you can get to these one-tapping zealot territories, then you are riding high. You can basically one-tap zealots, and then there's a special drop you can get from a zealot, and I'm gonna show you that now. I got a clouds rune. That's interesting. But basically, you can get a drop known as the summoning eye. So the summoning eye, currently right now, I'll check, is worth, I believe, about 650k. Correct me if I'm wrong here in the comments, but they're worth even more than when this grinding method was meta. Now, the reason why grinding zealots is not as good, or people don't claim it used to be as good, is really, it's still a good money-making method. It gives you a lot of combat XP if you get a good end lobby, and you get summoning eyes. You basically get a lot of money for it, too. Zealot grinding never died, it's just other methods came out to beat it. But I still think grinding zealots is a pretty good mid-game method, largely because if you get a frozen scythe, which is worth 7 million coins, you can basically like get up here to a pillar and shoot your frozen scythe. Here, I'll get up here and just go around sitting up here slapping mobs with a frozen scythe, and you're basically going to make, I don't know, a lot of money. And if you want to set this up for an in-game money-making method, you can get a Precursor Eye with 3/4 Necron or Storm for the mana, and do that as well. This money-making method actually makes people quite a bit of money. I've heard of people making 3 to 4 mil per hour with the new RNG meta, because RNG drops also changed a bunch, which made zealot grinding even more of a money-making method, and then the bestiary collection just made it even more with the extra magic find, the Grandma Wolf. There's so many little changes to Hypixel Skyblock that made the zealot grinding actually still pretty viable. And even with the new Juju bow, you can make zealot grinding viable at any point in the game. It's like diamond spreadings. It basically has no downfall. The only problem is summoning eyes could eventually die in price, because not many people are doing dragons unless it's for the bestiary, which really, why would you? There's no real reason to do dragons anymore, as all dragons except for superior, which is now starting to become a relevant downfall, in the meta will basically broke you. So it basically, if you want to do dragons, you have to be a billionaire that is literally willing to waste all their money. The only drop you can get from dragons is the Ender Dragon pet, and that will instantly make you all your money back you spent on dragons. Wait, that's... Yeah, it'll make your money back on eyes if you get one, but the odds of getting one are really low, so I really don't know what summoning eyes are used for. Unless they're used for some island builds or something, but really, why would you? But summoning eyes still are, they're a really good meta. If you want to grind them, it's an interesting meta, to say the least. It's not one of the worst, but once again, it's a great method for early game players. It's a good method for mid game players. It's an okay method for late game players. If you get a precursor eye, then that's going to be how you're going to make a lot of money. And if you were to farm them for a long time, you would have the chance of getting a Phoenix pet, which could be really volatile for your Skyblock progression, because a Phoenix pet it's got a pretty low drop chance. I watched there's a video out there currently that talks about loot from 12 hours of grinding as an in-game player. I would highly, highly suggest you watch that to kind of get a better understanding of how zealot farming still works, because I think it's still viable. It's just you've got to be able to run around. And this guy right here, I believe he's running around with frozen sights and 3/4, or not, or he's running around with frozen sight. Yeah, look at him. He's going around with a frozen scythe, and look at him go. I'm gonna see if I can catch up to him though. But yeah, if you want to basically get 3 to 4 mil, this method fluctuates a lot. Unless you're able to find a private in lobby, then you can make 10 mil an hour easy with a private in lobby. But this method is not a stable method, as you have to compete with other people to get zealots. But if you could get a good lobby that you could like crowd control a little bit, then you can make quite a lot of money. Look, I'm dealing 126k with my fully maxed Shadow Assassin. Really, to be honest, after you get Shadow Assassin, you shouldn't even be here. But once again, if you want to grind zealots, great money making method. It's, once again, I think still one of the most volatile money making methods. I don't really understand what people use eyes for still, as the meta for dragons hasn't been since Dungeons Floor 5 or Floor 4 was released. I don't really get what people use them for, or why the price is like it's nosedived up a lot. Like, let's just check and see what an individual summoning eye was, because I thought it was 700k. It's actually almost a mil. What the dude? Grinding eyes right now. You know what? No, it could be 3 to 5 mil per hour. I changed my whole estimate entirely, dude. That's a lot, and I don't even know what dragons are good for, since if I look at dragon fragments, Superior's kind of up a little bit, but you know what? We're going to leave it there. So hopefully, using the knowledge of grinding zealots, especially now in the early game, you can make just a mil per eye and be like, well, I got my mil. And yeah, that's pretty good. So hopefully you did enjoy. So yeah, I'll see you all guys in the next video. Hopefully you enjoyed. I'll see you all later. Goodbye.